Alrighty. Hello, madame. Alright, what can we look at? Got a painting, a chandelier, mirror, and an exit. Now let's check out the chandelier first.
You got a beautiful place here, Natasha.
Why are you looking the wrong
little
way?
Island on the ocean of madness, with very classy furniture.
Very classy.
Ibn likes me surrounded by elegant things, you know?
Who doesn't like being surrounded by elegant things in general?
You're an elegant thing yourself, sweetheart.
Oh, that's charming. Thank you, detective.
Alright.
I bet you spend a lot of your time staring into the mirror. Do you even recognize yourself?
Maybe you were trying to be rude, but, you know, that's a very good question.
I was just trying to be rude.
Oh, really? Well, then I'm sorry.
Don't mention it.
That's weird. What? I guess we're looking at the painting next. Okay.
Gee, that is a unique picture, and kind of daring. I admit I've never seen anything quite like it before.
Yes, I admit it's a little daring. I keep it. It evokes good memories. A precious old friend of mine. A most wonderful artist.
He's got an eye, that's for sure, considering his model.
Was that supposed to be some kind of compliment?
I don't know. I don't compliment often. Not on purpose, anyway.
Oh, you're funny.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
This woman's aware of her charm, and she knows how to use it. A rare and dangerous combination.
Alright. Hello,
This
Natasha.
woman's aware of her charm, and she knows how to use it.
What's the same thing as
Rare
the...
and dangerous combination.
How do you like your bourbon, Mr. Featherland?
In a glass.
Neat.
But thanks, I had a couple before I came. I feel like this may be a long night.
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
Not
I
at
get
all.
offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you are a funny guy.
So I've been told. Anyway, lovely room.
Yes. Look, Mr. Featherland.
It's sunny. Saves us a lot of time.
Axe.
Okay, Sonny.
So, why am I here?
Why
You
are we
know,
here?
men tend to babble in my presence.
Oh.
It must be exhausting.
It is. But you're not the type to beat around the bush.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant questions?
I've asked you here so you can do what you do best.
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you. But if you'd rather be drinking...
Oh, you do have a sense of humor. How reassuring.
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite common.
Oh, please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop, Sonny. It would undoubtedly suit you, but I've seen you scanning my room. From the second you set foot in here, you started working, and everything I say gets sorted in your brain. Am I right?
No.
That's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it's something like that.
Well then, Sonny, come at me.
Well, that's something I don't hear often. With pleasure.
Alright. Let's look at the personal information first, and then we'll go from there. Already got some clues, apparently. I didn't even notice these. Right. Good old filmer must know something about Natasha that could be important for the case, but he won't talk until I meet her. He seemed a bit nervous. It must be something really significant. And it's Ibn's trying very hard to change the subject when it comes to threats. He obviously knows more than he's willing to tell. Alright, we got more on people. What do we got? Natasha's mysterious woman, indeed, and seems dangerous too, but she's undoubtedly in serious trouble. The question is she the source of the problem, or is it someone else? Has remarkably green eyes, and she's definitely in trouble. So am I. Alright, we got some Filmar stuff. Absolute average, forgettable guy, and my old acquaintance from Averia. I think I'm saying that wrong. Vilmar, the name he goes by nowadays, is an old comrade from before the Clawville times. He's one of the... Yeah, we already know all that. Good-looking, charismatic, and clucking gangster. Gibbons was acting quite strange and is hesitated. Olivia Blackwood. Unusually tall and slim for a crow, she's quite mysterious. And assistant and escort. Oh. I don't think that's what they mean. Finding out whether there's anything other than a working relationship between Miss Crow and Mr. Rat could be proved valuable. Alright, what's in the codex? I feel like there's not usually too much in here. Victor the Third, or as most animals call him, the Fox King, is the third member of the... I can't say that. Although Clawville is a small state, its king is almost the most influential animals of the wilderness, not because of the city's actual importance, but for the riches of its far-away cause. Alright, questioner.
Natasha is a confident woman. I can exploit that. But I must be careful. Every part of her oozes danger.
Right.
That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Do you perform here frequently? You're also the owner, if I'm not mistaken.
Sadly, I don't have the time, but the stage still calls my name, and I perform just a few times a year, and always with a new song.
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that's what you mean. Yes.
Yes. It's very elegant, and so is your...
The picture on the wall is quite
Even though we already
daring.
talked about this.
Only if you knew how old I was at the time.
I think I'm on a slippery slope here.
Come on, don't be shy. Ask me.
All right. How old were you?
Did you really believe I'd tell you?
Then why'd you tell me to ask you, lady?
You're quite a player, aren't you?
Life is anything but a game, detective.
You tell me.
That was +5. Didn't do much, but it wasn't bad. What can you tell me about Evan Whistler? Do you think one of your admirers might be behind the threats?
Do you think one of your admirers might be behind the threats?
Those who admire me usually idolize me. No, I don't think it's one of them.
You know, the soul of an animal is extremely complicated. Sometimes all it takes is a bad look or some small rejection to turn admiration into hate.
That's a stillborn theory. No one hates me if they once loved me, Mr. Detective.
Ah, I see.
Interesting. Alright. New impression. Cold. Do you have any material evidence? Hi, Deborah. She's a nice girl, but why didn't you come to me? This whole case stinks. What are you trying to make me do? Between why Deborah and this whole case stinks. But this
Why
one.
Deborah? She's a nice girl, but why didn't you come to me?
Didn't you ask her the same thing already?
I don't think so.
I did, but I like to hear it from all sides.
Well, since this whole thing started, I admit I'm not too keen on leaving my home. When I do, it's only with an escort.
Ibn Wessler has nothing to do with this?
Ibn has everything to do with me. Almost everything. But I didn't want to upset him with this. He thinks I'm overreacting.
Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared. Now I must concentrate to finally find out what I want to know. What was in those threats, exactly?
The message itself is not a threat. It's just a word.
A word.
But a word again and again is threatening.
Exactly.
So,
You really don't have any idea which word could be used for a woman like me?
I guess I do. Yes, I think I know what it could be.
Whore.
We're not. Oh, just that.
Cat got your tongue? Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes, that was in the message. That was printed on the paper and painted on my wall. In giant red letters.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
You. Alright. See if they're deep behind the diamond. Okay, we already talked about that. Alright, she's scared. What about Filmar? Is he here because I suggest you lie low? Could the threats have anything to do with the dangerous relationships between?
No one's ever seen the culprit? Not even a shadow?
That's one of the most curious things. Ibn has men everywhere, literally, my shadows, ghosts in every alley, but no one saw anything.
One of them could be the culprit.
Ibn pays his animals well, and he's the most dangerous man in the city. A combination that nullifies your theory, I believe.
Maybe, ma'am. Love is capable of insane miracles and miraculous insanity.
Agreed.
What poetry. Did you ever think about writing a book?
No.
Never. I'm afraid I'd learn too much about myself.
Maybe that's the point. I would read about you. Not like the chicken police Pulp Fiction.
Furry hell. Do you read that trash?
Like everyone else in the city.
Of course.
Oh, great.
I think it's flattering, even as badly written tales of heroes in the gutter.
You enjoy it?
Well, just a little, Sonny. Just a little.
Alright, so that helped. It's not a fan and on insight. What do you expect? A dark shadow from the past, an ex-lover, a hug. Maybe.
A dark shadow from the past, an ex-lover.
Might be risky,
a
but
husband, maybe.
I'm surprised you asked that just now.
well,
Well, I have my habits. Some call my methods peculiar.
What a curious way to put it.
I'm a curious kind of fellow. So?
I've never been married, and I don't really have any serious relationship before Hobart.
A more dangerous, not serious relationship, maybe?
I've never been with anyone long enough for them to hate me.
okay.
Love is just another face of hate.
Okay.
So is hate a face of love then?
I guess. Were you on the run?
No, Mr. Featherland. I came to Clawville with a clean slate, and I'd like to believe it will stay that way.
I don't think it will with who you're dealing with.
You mean as the girlfriend of Ibn Wessler, the biggest mob boss in Clawville.
Thinking
Yeah, good
exactly
luck
what
with
I'm
that.
thinking.
Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Enough games. It's time to know why I'm here.
Agreed. Let's stop beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
Let's stop beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
Okay.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply a manipulator or you're really that desperate.
I really know her. I'm not lying.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse, too? Forgive me, but I don't think so.
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
Come on, Sonny. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are at my throat.
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
It's true.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you would help me. That's what you're famous for.
Yeah, come on.
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought your wife into this.
Yeah.
You're right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore. On paper she is, but I haven't seen her in years.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Really?
She knew her from way beyond.
I did.
Ah,
I
you
knew.
lied.
I checked you out before I sent Deborah.
Cluck me. This case is getting more and more intriguing. What exactly do you want from me?
You are really as good as they say you are. And I'm not selling lucky dips, Sonny. Find them, whoever they are, and
Whatever it takes?
not exactly, but something like that.
You know, if I didn't see the speck of fear behind the confidence shining in your eyes, I wouldn't take the case.
I'm not afraid.
You're terrified, Natasha. Don't be ashamed.
You must solve this. As soon as you can. Money's not an issue.
Good. Really, 90%. Which one did I miss? Whatever. I can still a bit wary, but untarnished could work. Threat, or rather the threatening word in the message is, or it's brief, but it does a lot regardless. Yes, it does.
Just one more thing, Sonny.
Yes.
Natasha?
Please, come to 37 Rochester Street in Flower Town tonight. I'd like to show you something that could be of a great help in your investigation.
I was afraid this was coming. Why there? Why not here and now?
It's something I keep hidden there. I won't take the risk of Ibn or one of his men seeing it.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous to keep secrets from?
Sonny, a woman is naked without her secrets.
Okay.
I knew you would understand.
Oh yeah, I understand everything. So, when do we meet? The night is almost over.
I'll be there in an hour. Don't be early, and don't be too late.
Look, Natasha, you know,
Please, this is very important to me.
Yeah, come on. Come on, Shunny.
sure, I get it. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Until later, Natasha.
Goodbye, Sonny.
Goodbye, Sunny. Alright. And we have a new clue. So, let's take a look at what the new item is. We have a key and we have the bourbon. That's right.
Come to daddy, darling.
Aw. Sorry. Okay. And then we got some information. We got clues. Okay, Natasha's right and her beard's genuine, but she isn't telling me everything regardless, and I don't like it. Oh. Natasha's invited me to her weekend house to show me something. In any other situation, I would be glad about it, but in this case, I'm worried. Threat, or rather, the threatening word in the message sentence. Simply this. It's brief, but it says a lot regardless. Okay, we got that again. Okay. Is there anything else to say to her?
Seriously, how did you find me? Not even my boss knows where I live.
Although I didn't include Ibn in my little private mission, some of his resources were still available to me.
There you go.
Yeah, let me guess. There's someone at the station working for him.
Someone?
Monica.
You're so cute when you're playing naive.
Have you ever had dealings with the police?
Not in this city.
Oh.
And otherwise?
Does it really matter, Mr. Featherland?
Well, I'm intrigued.
Maybe it does. More than a little.
I'm afraid you'll have to unravel that thread yourself. But you will find nothing but a dead end.
Okay. Oops, wrong button.
So this message. Probably I'd be dead. So
I'm sorry I had to upset you, Sonny. But if I didn't take that step, would we be talking here right now?
probably I'd be dead drunk and counting sheepmen in my dreams.
I'm good for you, you see?
Yeah, you're a real angel. Why just me? What's wrong with my partner?
Nothing in the world. I just like to be discreet. I wanted to talk to you in private because of Molly.
Thank you for your discretion. It means a lot.
Don't mention it.
Alright. I don't feel like asking her all these questions, so.
Do you have a light, Natasha?
I'm sorry. I've never smoked.
Good girl.
Really? That's very uncommon in your line of work.
It.
Do you have...
I'm sorry. It was uncommon in all my previous lines of work too. But I promise the next time we meet, I'll bring you a box of matches.
That's very kind of you.
I might take you up on that.
No trouble at all.
Alright. Wait. Oh, I can exit. That's right. Okay, that's why.
Calling booze darling. It's kind of weird, don't you think?
Yes.
Says someone who calls his gun collection his harem.
That's also true.
Touche. I'll shut it.
Good birdie.
Well,
What?
I was bored to tears.
I hate
Weren't you
that
supposed
when
to-
it
You
double
thought
taps.
Natasha had eaten me alive, huh?
Well, who knows? You're such a fragile little thing.
Aw.
I'm too old for this, Marty.
Then next time, leave the dangerous predators to me.
I didn't mean that, Marty. I meant you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah, this is the life, huh?
Oh,
It
yeah,
looks like
that.
I try.
Alright, let's see. Apparently I can't leave yet. Oh, I can talk to Benjamin
Excuse
now.
me, pal. My name is Santino Featherland.
Gabriel, what do you want? Chickens.
Do you happen to know where Mr. Wessler went?
Do you take me for a fool? Get out of here while I'm in a good mood, birds.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, big boy.
Weird. Can we talk to Olivia? Yeah.
Oh, it's you. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Look, we really don't want to dig into your personal life, but
But what exactly is my relationship with Mr. Wessler? And how close am I to him?
you don't beat around the bush, man.
Well, actually, I remember.
I don't have time to chit-chat, Mr. Featherland. So yes, I'm not one to beat around the bush. And no, I'm not sleeping with Mr. Wessler.
Well, thanks for the quick and straight answer.
Anything else?
Alright. Oh, we can ask. Ooh, there's new function, guys. Let's go with that.
If I'm not mistaken, Natasha has a weekend house in Flowerville.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell me anything about it?
I've never been there. Allegedly, it's beautiful. Elegant and luxurious. Just like Natasha herself.
Okay.
Do you come here often, Olivia?
No, not really.
Well, okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. You know, Ibn's not as ferocious as you'd think. On the contrary, he's become very different recently.
Yeah.
I heard. Don't you find that weird? A sudden change of heart?
Sometimes an animal just has enough. Fed up and wants a change. I deeply respect that.
Well, thank you for your honesty, ma'am.
Alright. Yeah, let's talk.
What's your relationship
What's
with
one more
Miss
question,
Natasha
right?
Gutsenko?
We've talked a bit, that's all.
There's no tension between you? You know, the pretty secretary.
Oh, thank you for your compliment, Mr. Featherland. No, no tension. Natasha's an intelligent woman. I respect her.
Good.
Is that mutual?
That I can't tell.
Okay.
Wessler's secretary.
Yes, we already know that. Alright. Apparently. Oh, yeah, we gotta talk to Filmy.
So, have you talked to Natasha?
In fact, yes. She was kind of mysterious.
I bet she was. You know, I've never abandoned a case before. Not voluntarily, anyway. But that woman...
Yeah, what about it?
You're too old for this shit, huh?
As you say, pal.
That's exactly how I felt, too.
Before you leave, take this and examine it closely.
What is it?
The reason I've decided all of this is not worth it for me.
Wow, that sounds encouraging.
Take care of yourselves, guys. This case, maybe it goes deeper than you'd think.
Oh, that makes my feathers stand on end.
Ah, old croakers. You're safe while I'm here. Okay, I didn't say anything.
Oh, what is this? Didn't even. When did I get this?
We stepped into it, didn't we?
I don't know when I got that. Oh, he probably
Oh,
just
it's
gave me that.
furry.
Oh,
what kind of a
okay.
list is this?
Exactly. I have no idea, but I don't even want to find out.
Those names, all top dogs. Maybe they play cards together.
Sure, that's very likely. Anyway, I pried this list out of a dead man's hand. Somebody dropped him outside the forest, a few miles from the Wessler residence.
I should have known she was keeping secrets.
Keeping secrets. She's the secret herself.
Thanks, Filmar. This could be important.
Don't thank me. Maybe I've just signed your death warrant.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, shut up, Marty.
So many things. Alright. Got a new clue. It's a list. I only recognized a few names on the list. Some of them are shoved into my hand, but all of them belong to the respected elite of Clawville. It could be a wedding roster, but I doubt that's the case. More stuff. List of all these, those names have something to do with Natasha and thus with the threats too. Okay. If you say so. Filmar also used to work for Natasha, but he got out of the case before the ground got too hot. Anyway, he kept a piece of evidence, as any good PI would do, which could be useful to us. Ibn's currently busy with some kind of substitute meat business. Oh, that's what he told us anyways. With the show, Ibn left the Tsar Club suspiciously fast. Marty dated Olivia for a short period of time. That's it. I don't want to know more about this. Alright, Gabriel. Quiet and Deadly is most likely from Stowonia. Whatever that is. A Bobcat is most likely Ibn Wessler's goon. Okay. Weekend House. Natasha Kutsenko's Weekend House stands in the cleanest and most separated quarter of the city in Flowerville. I'm curious about what she's hiding there. Alright. Already been there. Alright.
Well, if there's one thing I'd learned during 20 years of detective work, it's that if someone wants to meet you at a remote location at night, you should bring an army for backup.
Facts.
One time, me and Marty were stupid enough to underestimate a situation like that, and we never really recovered. And yet, here we were again, about to step alone into something hauntingly familiar. Only one tactic remained, as the old dogs say. Balls to the wall.
See, I still have a picture of Molly. I noticed that earlier, but
This place gives me the creeps.
facts.